Alright, hello guys, as promised in the November forecast yesterday, I'm going to be going over a nor'easter that's going to be affecting the entire eastern seaboard here over the next few days. So we're going to go right into it. Before I get into the video though, I would ask that you would subscribe if you do like weather related content, and also like the video if you do like this video. That way I know what kind of content you guys want me to bring. We're going to be looking at the GFS. This video isn't going to be too technical. I'm just going to be looking at the precipitation type and then giving you a surface map at the end of kind of my forecast. So looking at the first frame here, we can see that our low pressure system is kind of all over the place, stretching from Tennessee all the way down to Alabama. Now that low pressure system's kind of going to take over near the Tennessee, Kentucky area, and then we see here it transfers to the coast at some point, and I think that's going to be off the Carolinas, but it will affect the winds a lot depending on where that low pressure system kind of transfers off to the coast and how much it can strengthen. So we're going to keep an eye on that. But you see they want to put the low pressure system going all the way through the Chesapeake Bay into, you know, the Annapolis area there in the Delmarva too, getting really affected. So that would be really bad if it went straight up there. You're going to get a lot of winds in there that way. Then we see at some point the low pressure goes offshore there somewhere near New Jersey, and they're going to get affected by winds a lot there in New York, Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and then eventually even Cape Cod and areas like that in Maine as well. Lots of wind. So that was the GFS. Notice that we have it starting out as snow in a lot of southern areas in New England. Looking like southern Vermont and New Hampshire also starting out as snow. Some areas there in western Massachusetts, you know, the Adirondack Mountains, areas like that are all going to start out as snow. Northern Maine, that we just had a lot of snow, and then ending as rain. That snow could be very heavy at times, so we're going to keep an eye on that. It could get a quick, sneaky 1-inch accumulation in some areas, which will hopefully melt with all the rain afterwards. It just depends how heavy the rain is, but I think that most areas won't see the accumulation stay past the rain just because of the extent and amount of time it'll be raining for. Now you see the European doesn't like the snow as much, doesn't put it into the southern states there, but definitely northern Maine starting out as some heavy snow and then exiting as rain. So we're going to go ahead and look at my surface map that I've put together here. Again, I hope you guys like this type of graphic because I'm planning on making a lot more of these with my forecast. It tells the whole story, and I don't have to have a bunch of slides to show you guys. It just shows the whole story. So you see in this light green area, you see showers, some heavy. It's kind of hard to see, but it takes over Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, areas like that. I don't think you'll be seeing too consistent of heavy rain there, but I think that showers with some heavy showers will be in that area. But in this dark green area, definitely steady rain with heavy at times. Thunder is even possible in some of those heavier areas and heavier bands in that rainstorm as we have the low pressure system tracking, and also as it transfers, we could see some of those heavier showers as well for those areas. You can see by the arrow, it starts here right off the coast of Alabama, heads through Alabama, through Georgia. Low pressure system transfers over South Carolina and then tracks over that white track, kind of squiggly. We don't know exactly where it's going to go, but it looks like it's going to go straight up the Chesapeake Bay and then outward somewhere offshore of New Jersey, and then hit Long Island, Connecticut, and then go through the middle portions of Vermont and New Hampshire into Canada. Now, in this red area is where there's a wind threat. 40-mile-per-hour plus gusts are definitely a threat. Steady 20-mile-per-hour plus winds here, consistent. So pretty windy conditions here in the red areas. Notice it goes a lot more onshore there off the Chesapeake Bay, and as well near the Cape Cod and Boston area, just because these are areas that are more vulnerable to this type of situation, and they're in the right spot for where the low pressure system is tracking. Right as it transfers though, there won't be as heavy of winds down here in the southeastern states, but once it gets kind of developed up here again north of the Chesapeake Bay, that's where we could really see some of those heavier winds. But down there is a little bit of a threat, just not as much. And then we see in our pink area, starts as snow, quickly changes to rain. Again, some areas, this is kind of hard to pinpoint, that mix area. I kind of included all the areas that could see snow. Maybe a little bit outside of there you could see some flakes, but those are the areas that should see snow for at least 30 minutes to an hour more in some high elevation areas. Again, could see a sneaky 1-inch accumulation in any of those areas, I think. And really, you know, the rain should melt it, but there could be some areas that get away with an accumulation. Maybe, you know, the White Mountains, Green Mountains area, very possible. We'll have to keep an eye. Also, Also, the Adirondacks will probably get a little bit less rain after the fact than some of these areas. So we're going to keep a close eye on this one. Could get, a sneaky 1-inch accumulation in some areas. In my discussion tab on my YouTube channel, which is where I can type things and show pictures and upload those to you guys, I will be trying to keep you updated on everything that's going on if anything changes. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I hope everybody stays safe that's going to be affected by this storm.